Guys, today I got up extremely early, and instead of going back to sleep, I decided to use my time wisely, which is another topic we're going to be talking about today, and make a video for you guys about a day in the life as a digital marketer. So I hope you guys enjoy it and get some tips that you may be able to use in your personal life as well, because something that you may understand through this video as well is being a digital marketer has a lot to do with your being and using your personal life as well as your professional life. First thing I usually do in the morning is either network with people or make my feeds, my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube, and my Facebook presentable in the way that I want to, so that when I do network with people, they know exactly what story I'm trying to tell them through my personal life. So sometimes that looks like taking old posts down that I don't feel like resonate with my life anymore as it progresses, because we constantly change in our life and in our lifestyle. Or I take certain posts that I did have and I combine them with a new post and make a longer story, or make it make sense to fit the style that I'm trying to convey now. When I do strictly go into networking with people, it basically starts in the same way that you would even if you were not a digital marketer. You go on your social media and the groups that you're a part of and the people you interact with, and you look for posts that you resonate with as a person in your niche, and you like and you comment on those posts that seek your interest. Posts usually come from people we know and people we don't know, because just because we are a part of a group does not mean that we know everybody in the group. So those posts usually lead us to the profile companies and people we may have never heard of, but we share the same interests. So it gives us a chance to research the company a little bit more and reach out for collaboration. If we like what we see, then we go and find all of their social media and like the company's social media, because doing this allows us to not only get exposure of ourselves and our companies, but it helps support other companies or the other company we are interacting with, and flourish the passion of helping people in the world all together, which is something that I think is very important as a digital marketer, or anyone in any profession actually. Even if we are not 100% a fit for the company that we came across, we should still share their content that we have a little bit of a relation with, because we are supporting other people. And again, that is all where the passion of being a digital marketer comes from. I woke up this morning and I looked at my feed. There was a company looking for people with disabilities who play musical instruments. I'm not a person who plays musical instruments, but they were looking for somebody who does play musical instruments and has a physical disability to help them with a project. I do have a physical disability, and I know friends who have physical disabilities and play music. So I used that opportunity to help the company out by sharing their content so that I could reach my friends who play musical instruments and have physical disabilities. And then I decided to continue following them, because I saw on their feed that there are more projects that they may need help with in the future that I may be a fit for. And again, even if I'm not, I want to keep that relationship with this company, because I feel as if it is important to continue to be a digital marketer, but also use my passion to help other people, because I feel like that is my purpose on this world, to help other people better their lives, even if I don't get anything out of it. Last example is a company who is looking for people with disabilities to share their life story. And because I have a physical disability, I have a life story with a physical disability. So I will be emailing this company in order for me to share my personal story to help the rest of the world after I get a cup of coffee. Now that my coffee is made, I want to take a little bit of time to talk about sleep and how important it is for digital marketers to have, and what they can do to use their time wisely throughout the day, because it is a little bit more difficult as a digital marketer, especially when you're trying to build your own brand than a normal 9-to-5 job. But there are a lot of perks to it as well, so I want to get into a little bit of those. When I first started in the digital marketing area, I thought it was a little bit crazy that I at least had to have one nap every few days, or pretty much every day, but now that I've gone into it for a few months, I've realized that that is the most important part of my day in order to be productive. Again, it's kind of hard to separate yourself completely from the digital marketing world, because we all are on social media, whether it's for our job or for ourselves. So sleeping at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, your body gets used to it, first of all, and second of all, it gives you more energy to go back to what you were doing, and also separate yourself for the 20 to 30 minutes that you do need it during the day. I'm not overloading myself for so many hours, and then I'm also not wondering, if I do go to sleep for 8 hours, will I meet this deadline, even though the deadline's like 2 or 3 weeks away. Next comes the days that I do not need to take a nap, either because I push through what I'm doing just to get it over with and have an early night and not know I'm not going to have to stress about anything, or I just don't need to take the nap because I had enough energy to get through the day. But this is where we talk about, even when I don't need to take the nap, or a person doesn't need to take a nap, or even can't take a nap, you use your extra time, or the time that would originally make you tired, like looking at a computer screen all day, every day. You use it for your creative mindset. Because doing something that you are passionate about resets your brain, just like sleep may be able to. It gives you a break, not focusing so hard on the tasks that you have to do rather than the tasks that interest you without much thought. Believe it or not, the tasks that do interest you, that don't take as much thought, obviously get you just as much further in your career path or your career plan than they would if you weren't interested in them, or they were a little bit tougher to do. Your mind is just in different stages and will continue to be in different stages throughout the day. Your mind is just so used to you doing something creative and something you want to do without much thought, that it uses it as a way to refresh yourself and make you think that you are doing something for yourself, which you are, but you're also pushing your goals further to where you want to be. So you're basically doing two things at once. You're working, but you're also doing something to make your mind think that you're being creative and needing a break to refresh yourself. This brings me to my last point before I hop off of here for a little bit and do the other side of digital marketing, which is writing articles and editing content. I was planning on using my Instagram stories and my YouTube channel to tell you guys the story about a day in the life of a remote digital marketer. But I was not planning on using my Instagram feed or my Facebook feed by actually writing a post about it. But when I did spill that creamer on my hand, having a spasm this morning, I used it as an opportunity to realize that more people could be connected to my story, which that is another thing in digital marketing. You find your niche, you talk to people within your niche. So my niche would be disability because I have a disability myself, and I want to empower those with disabilities to see what they are capable of and to show the world what we are capable of as a whole. But it reaches more people that are not in my niche to become a part of my niche and become interested in my story, because there are more platforms that I have decided to share my story on. Very simple everyday task that you may not think about when you record a video or whatever you're doing. You take a picture or you write an article and use that to your advantage. Of course, spilling coffee creamer on my hand has nothing to do with my day in the life of being a digital marketer, especially when and if I work for a company that does not have to do with my specific disability. Again, it does reach people that I connect with on a personal level when it comes to speaking about my disability and living my life with a disability, because I can't just choose the days when I do want to live with a disability and when I don't. And the connection within digital marketing almost always starts with a personal connection and who you personally are. So continue to use your personal story to strive in life, not only personally, but professionally as well. I think that's pretty much everything I have for you guys today. Let me get back to finishing the articles that I was writing and editing and all of the other paperwork that comes along with being a digital marketer. You guys enjoyed it and will continue to stick around for more content. Remember to give praise to your authors, to your social media managers, and to everybody else in the field that kind of always gets left behind, because we do create a lot of your content and a lot of your happiness and a lot of your education that you may not understand or even overlook. We enjoy our jobs very much. We appreciate the jobs very much. We appreciate the time and the energy we are able to give people, even if they don't necessarily know what's going on behind the scenes, but we do it because we have a passion of helping people. And I, from the bottom of my heart, hope that sharing my story and giving all of the energy that I do give for everything that I do makes a difference in this world. And it would mean a lot to me, again, if you guys stuck around and continued to follow my story.